Welcome back, everyone, to SeeingEagles.com. Roger Hoover now joined by the head coach of the Carson-Newman Lady Eagles, Mike Mincey, after Tusculum picks up a 9-point win at Holt Fieldhouse. And, Coach, I know you're a little disappointed, especially after the way Carson-Newman played in the last two games, losing this game tonight.
Yeah, anytime you give up a home game, it certainly hurts. And then you're giving up a home game to someone that was, 5-5, one game behind us, and now they've caught us in the league standings and they swept us on the year. So, it's a double hurt from that standpoint. That if you're going to try to be in the top four, you got to be more consistent. And I think this is the second game at home now that we just haven't played really well. And I gave Catawba credit when they beat us here, and I thought Tusculum played an excellent game. And I don't have the stats in front of me. I think they had 4 players in double figures. And when you have players knocking down shots and making big plays, it's just hard to beat them.
It was interesting tonight. Shira Clark for Carson-Newman was really held in check, and then Carson-Newman did a good job of holding Tusculum's Kendall Baxter, who's their leading scorer, in check as well. But a lot of role players stepped up on both sides tonight. Well,
they did, and anytime you have somebody with Baxter's potential to shoot threes, then it changes how your game plan is. You got to get out there and guard her, and it takes away help side and that kind of stuff. And so even though she didn't score, she was still a big impact on the game, the way we have to defend them. On our side, we had some players that came off the bench and gave us some good minutes, but certainly wasn't enough, and not enough to get a win against a quality opponent.
It was a really frenzied first half between these teams. Shante Marcus provided a good spark off the bench, and then Nikki James, in the early portion of the game, really took over.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back, to start the game. This is the second game in a row that we've started off dreadful. Can't score, giving them easy opportunities on their end, and then we drop down there and then make some substitutions and get some players in there with a little bit of heart and energy. And we came back, got our press going a little bit. And, Nikki played well the first half. I thought Courtney got some stuff around the basket. But then it was in the second half that, I think they switched to where they were playing behind our post players and letting them catch it in there. And we just weren't able to capitalize on, getting post players opportunities from 2 feet from the basket.
Were you concerned with the turnovers Carson-Newman had in this game?
Well, I'm always concerned, with our turnovers. And once again, it was another scenario where we're playing a team that's not really pressing us. We almost do better when we're pressed than we do when we're, in a half court and they're getting in passing lanes and that kind of stuff. We just make there's just so many times, and I don't know what it was, 21, 22 turnovers that we had. Just silly turnovers, and I can think of 2 in the second half where we threw it out of bounds and nobody even had a chance to touch it. So I don't discriminate on turnovers. I hate all of them, and I don't think any of them are any good. And if we continue to turn it over like that, we'll be lucky to win. We've turned it over before about 20 times and won, but that's not the norm, and that's not how we got to play basketball to win.
So a tough loss tonight to Tusculum, but another challenge coming in here on Saturday in Lenoir-Rhyne.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a tough home stretch, especially with this game against Tusculum and then Saturday against LR. So we'll have to, dust ourselves up and get back up tomorrow and practice hard tomorrow and Friday and get a game plan together for Lenoir-Rhyne. And they beat us over there, so we can't get swept again by another conference opponent.
Coach Mincey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.